It's 4 a.m. on New Year's Day. I could have hung out with friends last night, done some stuff for New Year's Eve, but I decided, no, I'm gonna stay home and I'm just gonna play some video games. And then I sat here for hours doing math. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I don't play Skyblock a lot right now. I feel like all the things that I find fun, I'm done with, or I just don't need to do any more of. I'm not gonna do Foraging 60 right now because the Foraging update's gonna come out by the year 2027, and I'm not gonna just go and play dungeons because I don't enjoy dungeons. So I just play other games. I play Destiny 2, I play Overwatch 2, lots of things with 2, but not Skyblock. However, I like to keep my Skyblock efficiency up. I could log in every now and then and just try and get contraband from people in lobbies, but I don't really want to do that. That requires me to put in a little bit of effort, and I just want to sit here and make some coins. So today I'm going to tell you about how I'm making about 55 million coins a day, give or take a couple million, and that is fully AFK with a pretty cheap setup. And yeah, it's fully AFK because as Technoblade once said, the main goal of every Skyblock player is to not have to play Skyblock anymore. But I guess I'm playing. Ignore me. Also, guys, I'm trying to speed run to 69,000 subscribers this 2023. That's my first New Year's resolution of 1 billion. I'm gonna just try and get 69,000 subscribers because it's funny. So if you enjoy guides, if you enjoy Skyblock, or if you just want to see a person lose his mind trying to get minimal stat increases, hit that subscribe button down below. I'd appreciate it. Maybe I'll do a giveaway eventually. Who knows? Just subscribe. I'm sure it's in the thumbnail somewhere, but if it's not, here's what it is. It's Slime Minions. It's the classic. It's the 30 virus making 1 billion videos about it kind of method, but it's still really good. People haven't been using Slime Minions as much because they did get nerfed, but oh my god, I'm going over why these things are amazing and how they're making me bank every day. Before I go over the general Slime Minion setup, I'm going to mention a couple things that I have differently here that a lot of people aren't running and do increase your profit. For one, bits are very, very good. You should be always trying to get bits while you're AFK. I feel like this is a standard thing that people mention, but getting higher bits is higher fame rank, is higher bits infinitely, and I have a pretty high fame rank. I've spent some money on Skyblock. I have 86 million fame, you know, definitely a lot, but that means I'm getting 10,368 bits per cookie. I'm getting that 2.2x bits multiplier, which means that I am making like 1,200 bits an hour. I go through a cookie in 8.5 hours easily, and that is with just standard RNG with the bits talisman, because that is going to double your bits every now and then, but it's like 10% of the time. So it's not super noticeable, but it's there, and you're going to make a bunch of money off your bits. So you should always, always be running those no matter what. Buy cookies, try and get your fame up. If you don't have your fame up, use code BANANA on the store for a 5% discount on gems. Get your fame up. That was a plug. The other thing is going to be the Blood God Crest. This is a talisman, also related to Technoblade. It's going to track a counter for each mob killed. Wow. You're going to gain 1 strength for each digit on the counter. Wow. And I have 10 million on my counter. One fun thing about these talismans, though, they stack. How many can you stack? As many as you can fit in your goddamn accessory bag. I'm only running 20 right now. Theoretically, I could delete I could just get rid of all these talismans, throw them in a chest, you know, get them out of my freaking menu, and I could fill this entire bag with Blood God Crests. And it will add a decent amount of profit whenever you're leveling a Blood God Crest from 0 kills to 10 million kills, because people don't want to go and get 10 million kills. If we go on AH right now, 4.6 million coins for a base Blood God Crest. I bought mine for about 4 million coins per, so I spent 80 million coins, give or take, on my Blood God Crest. Some of them I bought a little more expensive. Some of them I bought cheaper. The price is really dependent on who's selling the base Blood God Crest, because these are kind of rare by themselves, and 10 million ones are even rarer. You're going to see a pretty decent jump in price whenever you get this extra digit. So right here we have a 5 million kill Blood God Crest going for 7 million coins, and then you're going to have a 10 million one going for 8.8 million coins. So you're getting about a 4.3 million coin profit, anywhere from 4 to 4.3, and it's sometimes been higher. It's really dependent on how many people are selling their 10 mils at one time, because I'll be real with you. The more of these that you stack at once, the harder it's going to be to sell them because you don't want to flood the market. You don't want to lower the price. And if you have like 100 of them, it's going to take you like a year and a half to sell those because the price is going to plummet if you dump all of those at once. Each Blood God crest that you have on you should add about 10,000 coins per hour to the amount you're making. Not an insane amount, you know, not a crazy thing when you're looking at it like an armadillo miner who's making millions and millions of coins an hour. But remember, this is fully AFK and you're not making the amount that an armadillo miner would make because you're not putting in the effort that they're putting in. You're outside, you're talking to women, you're doing nothing, and you're just getting those coins. So adding the Blood God crest, giving you a little bit extra 200,000 coins an hour if you're running 20 like I am. And bits does depend on fame rank, but me personally, it's adding a little more than 300,000 coins per hour whenever I'm just running a bit cookie. Now let's just look at the actual setup because some people don't know how slime minions work and you got to know how these are working to make sure that you're getting the optimal setup. So you want as many slime minions as possible, obviously. I have 30 tier 11s and every single one of them has Mithril Infusion. Mithril Infusion is a very expensive upgrade. It is unlocked in the Mithril collection. And when I say very expensive, I'm just saying that compared to the slime minion. But it's going to cost a magma bucket and it's going to cost enchanted mithril around it. But this is going to increase all of your minion speed by 10%. I have that on every single one of my minions. Another upgrade that is necessary for God tier money, Corrupt Soil. This is an upgrade that is unlocked from the Crimson Isle, and it is going to cost like 1.1 million coins per, I believe, at this point. And this thing is just going to make it so it makes sulfur, and sulfur's very good. Enchanted Hopper. You want this on your minion mainly for when you're not AFKing. If you're on your island, this is a useless upgrade, but there are going to be times where you're not on your island, and your minions still will make a decent amount of money per day whenever you're not there. So having the Enchanted Hopper, super nice. The last upgrade that you can put on here is going to be either a minion expander or a flycatcher. You can run either of them. Minion expander is absurdly cheaper. It is worse because this increases speed by 5%. Flycatcher is going to increase it by 20%, but flycatcher is going to be so much more expensive. The majority of my minions outside of like these three that I have right here, every single other one has minion expanders because I'm not trying to dump infinite coins. It's going to take forever for me to make it back, and I just don't want to do that. But you could run flycatcher on everything for sure. At least have a minion expander. Lastly, the fuel in the minion, it's going to be the hamster wheel. Hamster wheel is phenomenal. You can buy a stack of these, which fuels your minion for 2 months, and it is going to cost you like 1.5 million coins. It'll cost you about 14 million coins worth of fuel if you're trying to just get your 10 million kills and you're being fully optimal. But for real, hamster wheels are going to be the best bang for your buck. I believe you'd get more kills if you're running foul flesh, but you're spending substantially more money on getting the foul flesh, where it's going to take a lot more time refueling for one because it's not going for a full day whenever you're putting in foul flesh, and it's also just going to chunk into your bank account a lot more because it's just more expensive straight up. You then want your minions to be in a kind of structure like I have where it's just dropping them into a box by spawning all of the enemies on top of this fence gate. You don't really want your minions to be able to reach the guys because then they're going to be getting the kills and selling stuff for cheaper than you would sell it for. So you want them to be a little bit up to where they can't reach slimes and they're just spawning it on this fence gate and you're killing them down there. Outside of the minions, Daedalus Axe. Everyone knows about the Daedalus Axe in regards to this. 35 coins for monster kills and scavenger. It's going to be good. It's going to be just more coins. It's definitely a tiny bit expensive. It's a Daedalus Axe. I mean, it's not like the cheapest weapon in the game, but you're paying this off super quick and it is going to get you insane value. Look at that. I have 9.4 million coins on that. That means just from the passive, I have gained, what, 300 million coins off of my Daedalus Axe. It is so value. You're going to need any wither set. That means you're going to need either just wither armor, storm armor, Maxor, Necron, the other one that I forgot, Goldor. Any of those that spawn the Witherborn, you need that to AFK on your island because that's going to be pretty much the only way to kill a mass amount of enemies anymore while you're AFK. The Witherborn is going to spawn every 30 seconds, and it is going to absolutely nuke everything around you. So it's going to get a lot of kills and get you a lot of money. So you need the Witherborn. Another thing you need on the armor set is Thorns and Bank. So you kind of want to run this on an alternate wither set than the one that you're running in dungeons, because why are you running Bank in dungeons? But you want Bank because Bank is going to give you a total of 10 bonus coins per kill when you have the full set with Bank 5, and Thorns is going to grant you a little bit more kills than normal because slimes are going to be attacking you inside of there. Pretty sure the last thing that I need to make note of here is the Magma Cube pet. I have a Dwarf Turtle Shellmet on here. That is because you're going to get knocked around in there, and you kind of just want to stay in the center so that everything has an easy route to get to you. The slimes kind of bounce off of each other, so having a bunch of different routes to you is going to be nice. So you want to stand in the center, and that's why you're running the anti-knockback Dwarf Turtle Shellmet. And you're running Magma Cube because slimy minions. Slime minions work faster. We're using slime minions. It makes sense. Run the Magma Cube pet. Outside of that, I kind of just come in here, I open chat. I don't even know if you have to do that anymore. I know you used to have to do it to like gain XP or something, but you have cookie buff so you don't get kicked for AFKing on your island. Slimes are attacking you, and then eventually your Witherborn goes off and you make a bunch of coins. Probably turn off your sound if you're doing this. You can turn down your graphics settings. I recommend turning down particles because I know there is a level of lag that can be caused from particles where you get too many packets and then you just get kicked out of the server, and that can be really annoying. But if you have any bit decent internet and you're just sitting here, you can be here for hours and hours. I had this going for literally like 28 hours straight without having to log out due to proxy or anything one time. It's very good, and as I said, fully AFK. Let's talk about the time it's going to take to get 10 million kills. It's going to be a number that scares a lot of you, but I want to remind you, you can be fully AFK while you're doing this. Obviously, there's the question of, is the electricity bill worth it? Or do I really want to sit here for an infinite amount of hours? But if you're sleeping or if you're playing another game already, just throw Minecraft on in the background. Put it at the lowest graphics possible. It's not going to draw too much energy, I promise you. But it is going to take about 426 hours to get a 10 million coin Blood God crest. That seems like a lot, as I said, but that is about 17-ish days of playtime, and that's not that bad. That's really not that bad. If you did that while you were sleeping and you slept for like 12 of the hours of the day, or you weren't playing for 12 hours of the day, you can do that in like a little bit over a month of time, and you can finish a large amount of 10 million coin Blood God crests and make a good amount of money. If you don't want to run the Blood God crest, you don't have to. Then you don't have to AFK as long. You can just AFK normally and still make a good amount. But Blood Gods, they do add a bit to your value. Looking at some numbers of how much you're making per hour, it's going to be actually pretty good. If you're running no bits, no Blood God Talisman, you're still going to be making about 1.7 million coins an hour if you have the Daedalus Axe, the armor, and the minion setup that I currently have. That means you're going to make about 41 million coins a day, which is not bad. Remember, AFK, you're not putting in the effort of Dillo miners, you're not making as much as Dillo miners, but you're literally not playing and you're still making bank. So 41 million coins a day with no bits. If you're running bits, no Blood God crest, you're going to make about 48 million coins a day. And if you're running the Blood God crest, the bits, the whole shabam, my current setup is making me 55 million coins a day. The daily revenue that I just mentioned is including the price of the cookies in the profit there. It's not just saying, hey, you're making infinite more money, but it is not including the startup cost for just getting this build. I will say it's like 500 million coins to get this entire setup, but you're going to pay that off very fast. If you're making 55 million coins a day, 10 days, you pay this entire setup off. So if you have the money where you want this setup and you can't afford it and you're not trying to play the game super much, or you're just trying to AFK and make more money than you'd make mining because you're just not that great at mining, this is a great setup to go for. It is a cheaper minion setup than a lot of the other popular minions right now for endgame players. Other people are running like Inferno minions, and 500 million coins, that's like 2 Inferno minions, not even counting the fuel you're spending on that. So definitely this is a great setup. It's super chill, and it's been nerfed before. It could totally get nerfed again. I'd hate if it did because I'm running it, but who knows what the admins are going to do with this. It is very broken that people are making over 50 million coins a day while AFK and not boosting with co-ops or something, getting G-Drags leveled up with Rev minions, stuff like that. It's just a simple minion setup that is making a lot of coins. So get to this while you can. It's definitely something that's worth looking into, especially if you're interested in playing other games. I know that there's been some fun stuff coming out. There's some more fun things coming in the future. So if you're trying to play Warzone 2 or trying to just grind some Destiny 2 with me, let me know if you want to play Destiny 2, guys. I love Destiny 2. But if you're trying to do that and you still want to make Skyblock coins, this is definitely the way to go. Let me know what you guys think about this setup down below. It is definitely an interesting one that I'm sure will be kind of controversial because AFK farming, people sometimes find it cringe, but that's going to be it for today. I hope this helped you out. Hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you in the next video. Peace out.